Hello everyone, I tried my luck on Elk Lake in the Itasca State Park. I have been wanting to try this lake for a few years now and finally made it out. It did not produce like I had hoped, but I caught a few fish, including a first for me. Nothing going to set records in this video, but I still wanted to share the trip. Alright, well if this is the ambition of the fish out here, that's pretty good. Little teeny bass on a lure that's about as big as he is. One of those record breakers. But at least we're on the board. Alright, looks like we caught a little northern here on a jig. Wasn't trying for a northern. I was gonna go for some panfish because it's been slow, but apparently he wanted it. Whew, it's cold. Here we go, first northern out of Elk Lake. So what's kind of neat is I'm coming up on this area here. I could hear water dropping into the lake. So there's a creek up here. And yeah, I kind of wanted to throw on the jig and see what the jig would do over here. Hey, check that out, a little perch. Once again on that jig. Jeez. So I'm trying to hold this one up for you and another one bites. Alright, just closing in on shore here and our little bass on that jig. So yellow meeny weeny twist tails really do pull their weight. It's really well with these ones. Another little guy. What is that, sunfish? Never seen a sunfish that look like that. That's good. But I want something bigger. Hey, you have to tell me down in the description. Is that a rock bass? It's gotta be a rock bass. Never caught one before. It almost looks like a... Yeah, it's gotta be. Anyway. A little bit bigger size. Catching on my jig, so. They're cool looking. Another record breaker. The size of that one. Right, our little bass on the jig. The sad thing is that's a bigger one. Alright, there you go. Alright, got another one of these little dudes. Pretty cool looking little fish. I like him. Boy, not a little fish in this lake. Just checking my map, and he decided to grab the jig. All right, should have tied a new jig because something came by and cut it off, and oh boy, we got something back on here. Oh, northern. Getting a little bit bigger and not a bad size. Still pretty small in the grand scheme of things. So out in the middle of Elk Lake, there's a bit of a underwater island and nailing little fishies on it. Nothing big yet, but stuff worth catching, I guess. I think we have today's record. Alright, so apparently there's a feeding frenzy taking place right around me here. I'm going to try to get you underwater and see if we can capture it. After about 6 hours on the lake and dozens of bait-sized panfish, I decided to call it a day. It was neat to finally make it to Elk Lake and try out fishing. Even though it wasn't as productive as I had hoped, it was still a beautiful lake to explore. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey, check that dude out, huh? Right at the end. I'm right at the boat launch, but I just had to throw it a few more times. Pretty cool. He's the biggest one of these. There you go. Cool looking fish. I like him.